Hey, Celtics Nation! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Boston Celtics. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll always stay up to date and never miss out on any exclusive news. The basketball world has been shaken to its core after whispers turned into a roaring buzz. Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal have reportedly landed in Boston to join the Celtics. This is the kind of move that doesn't just change a team, it alters the entire NBA landscape. Fans around the league are already in disbelief, wondering how a team that was already stacked with talent like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown could possibly add two superstars of this magnitude. The Celtics, long seen as a squad with depth, culture, and history, now suddenly appear as a juggernaut poised to dominate both the regular season and the playoffs. For years, Durant has been a figure who represents the ultimate scoring machine, someone who thrives under the brightest lights, and now he will wear green and white. Alongside him, Bradley Beal brings not just pure scoring ability, but also a hunger to prove himself on the biggest stage after years of carrying Washington without serious contention. It's the type of blockbuster that fans dream of, the kind that leaves analysts speechless, and one that could forever redefine the power dynamics of the Eastern Conference in ways nobody anticipated. For Boston, this is more than a transaction, it's a declaration of intent. The Celtics have been close for years, knocking on the door of greatness, flirting with titles, but never quite finishing the job. Bringing in Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal is like pulling the pin from a grenade and tossing it into the heart of the league's balance. Imagine the possibilities. Tatum's silky smooth game, Jaylen Brown's athleticism, Durant's unstoppable shot-making, and Beal's perimeter scoring all combined into one deadly machine. Opponents now face not just one, two, or even three scoring threats, but four legitimate all-star level options that can break a game open in an instant. Brad Stevens has been lauded as a mastermind in the front office, but this move takes his reputation to another level entirely. Fans across Boston are celebrating in disbelief, parades being imagined before the first game even tips off. It's that big, the kind of shift that makes rivals like the Bucks, Heat, and Sixers look over their shoulders and start rethinking strategies. Because if Boston's chemistry clicks, this isn't just about winning. This is about dominating. Of course, with any move of this size, there are questions lingering like smoke after fireworks. Can Durant stay healthy through a long and grueling season? He's still a force of nature, but age and injuries have been a storyline for him in recent years. Can Bradley Beal adjust from being the number one option in Washington to being perhaps the third or even fourth option in Boston? Will Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown be willing to share touches, shots, and spotlight with two new stars in town? Chemistry is everything in this league, and we've seen so many super teams look unbeatable on paper but crumble under pressure. Remember the Nets experiment? Durant himself was part of that failed trio, so the wounds are still fresh. But then again, Boston is a different environment, a franchise rooted in team-first mentality and legacy. The Celtics culture has always been about banners, tradition, and sacrifice for the greater goal. If Durant and Beal buy into that ethos, then this team could be more dangerous than any iteration Boston has fielded since the 2008 championship squad that united Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen into a powerhouse. Fans can't stop talking about how the TD Garden will feel this upcoming season. Imagine that electric atmosphere with Durant pulling up for a deep three, Beal slicing through defenders, and Tatum commanding the floor with his calm dominance. The noise would be deafening, the energy unstoppable. The Celtics faithful are already considered one of the most passionate fan bases in sports, and this move is only fueling the fire. Ticket prices are expected to skyrocket, merchandise will fly off shelves, and Boston will once again be the epicenter of basketball conversations worldwide. Media outlets are lining up to cover every angle. How this impacts the balance of the East, whether the Warriors regret letting Durant go years ago, how the Suns feel after moving on from Beal, and what ripple effects this might cause across other franchises desperate to keep up. When two superstars of this caliber join an already elite contender, the league feels smaller, like all roads now lead to Boston. Rivals know they'll have to bring their best every night, because against this roster, anything less means a blowout. The psychological impact alone is fascinating. Opposing players see Durant on the wing, Beal at the arc, Tatum running a pick and roll, and Brown waiting in the corner. Who do you guard? It's the nightmare of every coach drawing up defensive schemes. The Celtics can now rotate offensive options endlessly, keeping defenses scrambling and exhausted. It's a level of firepower that brings comparisons to the Miami Heat's Big Three or the Golden State Warriors dynasty, but with a uniquely Boston twist. And unlike many super teams built through short-term thinking, this one has depth and defense to back it up. Marcus Smart may no longer be here, but Boston's system still values tough defenders, and with role players willing to hustle and fight, this isn't just a glamorous team. It's a dangerous one on both ends. That's what makes the rumors so thrilling. It isn't about flash. It's about a real chance to cement dominance. And every other team, whether they admit it or not, is already adjusting strategies before even stepping onto the hardwood with this new monster of a roster. Still, it feels almost surreal, doesn't it? Durant in Boston green, Beal beside him, walking into the Garden as if this was destiny. For years, fans wondered if Durant would ever bring his talent to one of the league's most storied franchises. They wondered if Beal would ever escape the shadow of mediocrity in Washington. And now, both have found themselves in a city where banners and legacies matter more than anything else. This is not about individual accolades anymore. It's about chasing rings. The Celtics know the weight of expectations. Every player who walks through those doors knows what it means to add to the history hanging from the rafters. And now, with this incredible infusion of talent, Boston isn't just chasing another championship. They're threatening to build a dynasty. If this rumor proves true, then we're on the verge of witnessing a season that could go down as one of the most unforgettable in NBA history. A storm is coming, and it's wearing green and white. The ripple effects of this rumored double signing are being felt across the entire league. The Eastern Conference, once seen as a battlefield with several evenly matched contenders, suddenly tilts dramatically in one direction. The Milwaukee Bucks, led by Giannis Antetokounmpo, now find themselves staring at a potential roadblock that feels almost insurmountable. The Miami Heat, famous for their grit and culture, have to wonder if toughness alone can withstand this tidal wave of scoring talent. Even Philadelphia, with Joel Embiid as reigning MVP, looks vulnerable against a roster boasting Durant, Beal, Tatum, and Brown. These are not just names. These are elite players who can take over games at will. Coaches across the league are surely already in their war rooms, drawing up defensive schemes, analyzing film, and searching for ways to exploit what little weaknesses might remain in Boston's new super team. The Celtics have not just built a team. They have thrown down a challenge to the entire NBA. Catch us if you can. And deep down, everyone knows that might be easier said than done when four elite scorers decide to share the same floor night after night. One of the most intriguing dynamics to watch will be the leadership structure inside the locker room. Durant has always been a polarizing figure, brilliant on the court, but often scrutinized for his decisions off of it. Beal, meanwhile, has been loyal to a fault, staying with the Wizards through years of mediocrity, earning respect but little playoff experience. Tatum and Brown have grown together in Boston, developing chemistry and leadership qualities that were already propelling the team to finals appearances. Now, with all four sharing a locker room, the question is, who becomes the voice? Who takes the last shot in crunch time? Will egos clash, or will they sacrifice for the greater good? The Celtics' identity has always been about selflessness, but this will be the ultimate test. If they succeed in blending those personalities, the result could be devastating for opponents. If they fail, this could become another cautionary tale of too much talent without the glue. But with the right balance, Boston could unleash a modern version of Ubuntu, the philosophy that powered them in 2008, only this time with even greater firepower. Off the court, the marketing potential is enormous. Imagine the jersey sales once fans see Durant wearing Celtics green, or BEAL stepping out with Boston across his chest. The brand appeal skyrockets instantly. Television networks are salivating at the prospect of primetime matchups featuring this super team against the likes of LeBron's Lakers or Giannis Bucks. Every Celtics game becomes must-watch television, every highlight reel a viral sensation. The NBA thrives on storylines, and this one writes itself. The resurgence of a historic franchise with two megastars arriving to complete the puzzle. Boston's rivalry with Los Angeles could also ignite with new intensity, given the possibility of Durant meeting LeBron once again on the game's biggest stage. For younger fans, this could define an era, just as LeBron's move to Miami or Durant's stint with Golden State did years ago. From endorsements to global exposure, Boston instantly becomes not just a team to watch, but a cultural phenomenon. And that aura only strengthens the pressure. When the spotlight shines this bright, anything less than a championship is considered failure, no matter how entertaining the journey may be. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. From a tactical standpoint, the Celtics playbook will be unrecognizable compared to seasons past. With Durant's ability to stretch defenses, BEAL's lightning-quick release, and Tatum's versatility, the spacing on the floor becomes nearly impossible to guard. Brown can slash to the rim at will, punishing defenses that try to double-team elsewhere. Imagine a scenario where opposing teams trap Durant. He kicks it to BEAL, who either drains a three or swings it to Tatum for an easy bucket. Even the bench players benefit, because the attention will always gravitate toward the stars, leaving role players wide open to make simple plays. Defensively, Boston still has pieces capable of guarding multiple positions, meaning they don't sacrifice toughness for scoring. In fact, Durant's length adds an extra layer of rim protection, while BEAL's underrated effort on defense fits neatly into the team scheme. This isn't just an offensive fireworks show. It's a team that can dominate on both ends of the court, suffocating opponents, and then burying them under an avalanche of points. Coaches around the league are already sweating, because no amount of X's and O's seems enough to slow down a lineup this lethal. But as history has shown, nothing in the NBA is guaranteed. Injuries can derail even the most carefully constructed rosters, and chemistry can evaporate under the weight of expectations. The Nets' super team collapse is still fresh in everyone's mind, and Durant himself was part of that. Will he see Boston as redemption, or will old patterns repeat? BEAL has never been under this much scrutiny before. How will he handle the pressure cooker of Boston media and the relentless demand for excellence from the fan base? The Celtics are not forgiving of failure. This city expects banners, and excuses hold no weight. Every off night, every misstep will be magnified and dissected. The narrative could flip quickly if things don't go according to plan, and that's the risk of building something so ambitious. Yet, risk is often where greatness is born. For every failed super team, there's also a dynasty that changes the game. Boston is betting that this gamble will deliver not just one championship, but multiple. And if they're right, this moment could be remembered as the start of something truly historic. At the end of the day, this rumor feels like the kind of story that makes sports magical. Fans live for moments like this. The whispers of impossible deals, the shock of star players in new uniforms, the anticipation of a season where anything could happen. Whether you're a Boston fan dreaming of glory, a rival fan dreading the battles to come, or just a lover of basketball history, the idea of Durant and BEAL in Celtics green demands attention. It's not just about games on a schedule. It's about legacy, pride, and the pursuit of greatness. The Garden will roar louder, the stakes will rise higher, and the eyes of the basketball world will be fixed on Boston. If the rumor becomes reality, we're not just watching a new chapter for the Celtics. We're witnessing the start of a saga that could reshape the league for years to come. And as the buzz grows louder, one thing is certain. This is the kind of move that turns seasons into legends, and legends into immortal stories that fans will retell for generations. The storm is here, and Boston stands at its center. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.